Have you ever heard of a battle so decisive it felt like the final scene of an epic movie? A clash that capped off one of the most famous military campaigns in history. Today, we're diving into the dust and steel of the Battle of Ascalon, the dramatic final act of the First Crusade. It's August 1099. The Crusaders, against all odds, have just captured the holy city of Jerusalem. The air is thick with a mix of exhaustion and euphoria. But this is no time to rest. News arrives that a massive Fatimid army from Egypt is marching north to reclaim the city. Their goal? To wipe the Crusaders off the map. The commander of this Egyptian force was the powerful vizier, Al-Afdal Shahanshah. He had assembled a formidable army, possibly numbering up to 20,000 men, a mix of cavalry and infantry, confident they could crush the depleted Crusader forces. The Crusaders, led by Godfrey of Bouillon, the newly named Defender of the Holy Sepulchre, were heavily outnumbered. They could only muster around 10,000 soldiers, including knights and footmen. The odds were stacked against them. But the Crusaders had a few aces up their sleeves: surprise, discipline, and a powerful sense of divine purpose. Instead of waiting to be besieged in Jerusalem, Godfrey made a bold decision. He would march out and meet the enemy on his own terms. On August 10th, the Crusader army left Jerusalem, marching south towards the coast. They moved fast, catching Al-Afdal completely off guard. The Fatimid army was camped in a plain outside the fortified city of Ascalon, totally unaware that the Crusaders were so close. They were so relaxed, in fact, that they hadn't even posted enough sentries. Early on the morning of August 12th, as the sun rose over the Mediterranean coast, the Crusaders crested a ridge and saw the enemy camp spread out before them. It was a sea of tents, animals, and soldiers, completely unprepared for an attack. This was their moment. Godfrey didn't hesitate. He arrayed his army for a full frontal assault. The infantry formed a solid line, a wall of spears and shields, while the legendary Crusader knights prepared to charge. The element of surprise was total. As the Crusader trumpets blared, the knights, a thunderous wave of steel and horse, crashed into the disorganized Fatimid lines. The scene was one of absolute chaos. The Egyptian soldiers, many still waking up, scrambled for their weapons. The Crusader charge shattered their formations before they could even properly form. The infantry followed close behind, engaging in brutal hand-to-hand combat. Al-Afdal, watching in disbelief from his command tent, saw his massive army simply disintegrate. Panic set in. Some of his troops fled back into the city of Ascalon, while others, in their desperation, ran straight into the sea and drowned. Within a couple of hours, it was all over. The victory was stunningly complete. The Crusaders had routed an army twice their size with minimal losses. They captured Al-Afdal's personal camp, which was filled with incredible riches, supplies, and his own standard. The vizier himself barely escaped, fleeing by ship back to Egypt. The Battle of Ascalon was the spectacular finale of the First Crusade. It secured the newly founded Kingdom of Jerusalem, ensuring it wouldn't be snuffed out in its infancy. For the next century, Ascalon would remain a strategic Fatimid fortress, a thorn in the side of the Crusader states. But the immediate threat of a massive reconquest was gone. It was a testament to bold leadership, tactical surprise, and the unwavering conviction of the Crusader soldiers. A truly legendary end to a legendary campaign. Thanks for joining us on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next historical deep dive. See you in the next one.